Well, good evening, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. I'm actually just beginning to relax now. I'm finally getting in a groove where I've got all the stuff I had to do done out in the heat and things, taking myself a shower so I don't smell like ass, and catching up with some different news and things. And this is one of these things that will piss off everybody in the NFC East except for the Cowboys. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Okay. Now, let's be clear here, okay? Let's be clear. Let's have truth in advertising. It really doesn't matter what anybody says right now. Everybody's got a list. Everybody's got a ranking and all that. And people get bent out of shape because, oh, my God, such and such said this. Oh, man, how could he do this? It's again, this, as I was talking about before I took a shower outside, that this is the hard time of the season because we're waiting for training camp. You know, we got a taste of football with mini camp and everything else, and there's really nothing going on. And for the Cowboys, the fact that we're not talking about Mike McCarthy being on the hot seat and everything else, or CeeDee Lamb is holding out, the fact that we don't actually have a lot of bullshit to talk about is actually a good thing. So I'm not complaining. So this is one of those lists, okay? This is a quarterback top 10, okay? Top 10 list. So we know, listen, we know Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, and all have to be on that top 10, and that we know Dak Prescott shouldn't sniff anything close to this. But I want to go through this list because there's one in there that to me is kind of crazy. So let me go to it. So this is Yahoo Sports. Yahoo Sports, okay? Yahoo Sports, and this is by, who is this one by? I'm not sure. Charles McDaniels. Okay, Charles McDaniels, he did this about a week ago, okay? And I'm just catching up with this now. Okay. Happy June, everyone. The quiet time, you ain't lying, of the calendar is here before training camps begin in a month, which is a great time to survey the landscape prior to the upcoming seasons. With quarterback consistently being a hot topic, let's both start a fire and throw some gasoline on it by ranking the top quarterbacks in the league. A list surely everyone will agree and will have no complaints over. If you're so inclined, please send notes and comments to Charles Robinson. Okay, so let me say the first thing is, you know he's trying to start some shit. Okay, all right, so he's looking for a reaction because he admits this is the slow time, and he said, let's throw some gasoline on it by ranking the quarterbacks. Okay, so we start out with the Pat Mahomes tier. Pat Mahomes, counting stats might have been down, but no one did more heavy lifting on offense last year than Mahomes. Give me the version. Okay, we all know Mahomes is number one. The almost Mahomes tier, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. Okay, it's hard to just, they're both MVPs, so, picking between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen is an incredible, difficult task, even though neither of them have been to a Super Bowl. They're both truly elite, future Hall of Fame quarterbacks who significantly raised the floor and ceiling of their respective teams. Having Mahomes, Jackson, and Allen all in the same conference will lead to some agonizing legacy debates in the future, but they all make their teams competent simply by being on the field. Okay, all right, so we got that. Okay, that nobody's going to disagree with that. Ceiling raising tier, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Matthew Stafford. And this is where I have to start disagreeing. I'm not sure. I have to say Justin Herbert has to be the most overrated because here's the thing. If you say Dak Prescott sucks because he doesn't have playoff success, then how can you legitimately say that Justin Herbert is great? 0-2 in the playoffs, literally got obliterated this past year, had 5 takeaways for his team, had a 28-0 lead in the first quarter and lost, 33-31? Okay. These three are bona fide franchise quarterbacks who can significantly raise the ceiling of the offense. All three of them are capable of explosive days through the air. Herbert and Stafford significantly have a level of physical talent that really lets them be drivers of the offensive production. Okay, all right. So you got my one where I'm kind of like, I'm questioning that one. Floor raising tier. Now, this is where Eagle fans, Commander fans, and maybe Giant fans are going to get pissed because it has Dak Prescott at 7, Geno Smith at 8, Jordan Love at 9, and C.J. Stroud at 10. Do you see what you see where I'm going with this, right? Oh shit! Oh shit! They have Dak ahead of Jalen Hurts, Jalen Daniels, and even Russell Wilson. He has Dak Prescott, the highest quarterback in the NFC East. These quarterbacks are good, but just a hair off of the rest of the players ranked above them. These guys have been good at creating competitive teams and adverse situations, though they're still a bit missing to get them into the upper echelon tier. In the right circumstances, these quarterbacks could probably lead their team on a deep run to the playoffs, but we still need to see them a bit more. Prescott, 32 years old, and Smith, 34, are the older guys of the group, and they're legitimate floor raisers. Prescott is coming off a shaken season of the shakiest season of his career, which was the case before he went down with a hamstring injury. That said, it was an outlier for a quarterback who normally gives his offense a chance to be competent no matter the circumstances. The sentiment remains true for Smith. So, okay, all right, I don't need to go through Smith and Love and Stroud. So let me see if I got this straight. You're ranking Dak higher than Jalen Daniels, Jalen Hurts, and Russell Wilson. Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And sure, to cause a whole lot of controversy and pissed off Eagle fans. Because Lord knows, you better not say anything about Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts is the greatest quarterback in the history of football. And there is no doubt. And don't get Momo started about Jalen Daniels, because Jalen Daniels, he ain't going to have a sophomore slump, according to Momo. He's ready to rock and roll, dudes. So, again, let's be clear here. None of these things mean squadoosh, okay? In the grand scheme of things, you're not getting an award. You're not winning a Super Bowl because somebody ended up saying, oh, what's the guy's name again? Because, what was it, man? Charles McDaniel. Because Charles McDaniel said Dak Prescott is the 7th-rated quarterback, that it's now written in stone. None of this stuff actually means shit. It's just great to talk about, gives you something to do, but in the end, it don't really mean a thing. Especially if you ain't got that ring. Doo-wop, 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 doo-wop. Wow. Peace.